Hi everyone, Ashlyn Giza YouTube channel. My son is going to be a guest with us today, kind of hanging around and stuff like that. But nonetheless, so I'm going to talk about the Mandela effect today. So last night, me and my husband were watching a movie called The Mandela Effect. And it was pretty interesting because, like, a lot of the things that were said in there have literally like I've questioned before. So I'm going to give you guys some examples of the Mandela effect. So a lot of people say Curious George had a tell. Well, he didn't have a tell, and it doctors say that the Mandela effect is simply because it's just us thinking that we did see something, but it actually wasn't that way. But scientists dig further deep into it and say that it's because there's parallel or alternate universe. Sorry for me mixing that up. And I say that I'm kind of in between with both of it because um okay, so I'm gonna go on first with the all the things people mistaken that are online, and then I'll go on talking about why I feel that there could be like another universe. So another thing people always say is Jiffy peanut butter is what Jif peanut butter is called, but it's not called Jiffy, it's called Jif peanut butter. Now, I think a lot of people might mistaken Jif peanut butter from Jiffy Lube, like the mechanic place. I don't know if you guys have a Jiffy Lube where you live, but here in Cedar Rapids, Iowa, there's a Jiffy Lube where you can go and get your car fixed. It's a car shop, and I think just like automatically people when they say see Jif, they think Jiffy. So that's another Mandela effect. Another one is Looney Tunes. So they say some people think it's Looney Tunes, as in. Hold on, you guys. Hold on. Okay, sorry, my son. A lot of people think that it's Looney Tunes, as in Toons, but no, it's Looney Tunes, as in Tunes. And that makes actually more logical sense because Looney Tunes, as in there's tunes playing while the cartoon is going on. So, like musical tunes. And then another one, this one fooled me. Skechers, the brand Skechers. Everyone thought there was a lot of people think there's a T in Skechers. I always thought there was. I had a lot of pair of Skechers in the 90s when I was a teenager. There's no T, it's just Skechers. 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 So that's weird too. Um, Another one is Fruit Loops, the cereal. I guess it's FROO with the two O's looking like the Fruit Loop cereal instead of Fruit Loops like Fruit Loops. So it's actually fruit like F and then root. So it's so weird because that's something I never would have noticed on the cereal box if I didn't like get into this and look at the different Mandela effect things that people have mistaken. This is the one that got me last night when we were watching the Mandela Effect movie. They were talking about the Monopoly Man, and they said, have you ever looked at the Monopoly Man? Does he wear glasses? Does he wear like one little like eyeglass spectacle thing, or does he not wear anything on his face at all? Weird. I googled it. He has nothing on his face. Now, this is where I'm going to start saying to you guys, I could kind of swing the doctor's way a little bit and think, go with their theory about how our minds can mistaken things and how we could think we thought we saw something when we didn't, because the Monopoly Man, here's a good example of what the doctors are talking about. So if you Google the Monopoly Man and you look at him, he has a hat on, and he looks like, that 40th century type dressing. And he's like, so he has a top hat on, one of those skinny mustaches, and he's wearing those like in the like Titanic type suits, dress suit. And he's holding his hat and kind of looking out. So when he's holding his hat, he kind of has his fingers holding his hat by his eye. So it kind of, that I could see why that could make us think that he's holding up one of those eye things, because a lot of men in the Titanic type days, or whatever days you want to call them, used to have those one eye spectacle glass things. So maybe the doctors are right, and it's just our minds making us think something was there when it really wasn't. Here's what makes me think that the scientists that are digging deeper into this are right. Because, okay, for I do readings for people sometimes, and I've also had deja vu, and I know other people who have deja vu. And how do you explain deja vu? I mean, you literally have never been somewhere before. I'll use this as an example. I've been somewhere before that I've never been, and I have felt like I've been there before, and I've remembered that I've been there before, but I literally have never been there before, like the state of Colorado or Florida. Like, I've visited there before and had like memories that I was there before when I never was there before. One moment, because I gotta grab my son. Hold on. Okay, sorry, I had to get my son settled down. So, explain like deja vu though, like what I just told you guys. Like, you swear you've experienced this situation before, but you can't explain like how you know that you've seen something before or been somewhere before. So that's where I kind of lean towards more like the scientists' theory, where they know kind of, or think, I should say think, not know. They have been studying and think that there's an alternate universe of some sort. So, I mean, because it is kind of weird that, like, there is such thing as people with ESP. There is such thing as people with psychic abilities. There's such things as psychic ability people being able to help FBI's crack cases and stuff like that, and explain that. I mean, there's 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 so much more to this world than we even know. And I am a believer of Jesus Christ. So that whole Big Bang theory thing, I don't believe, but to each their own. If there's other people out there that do believe it, I don't mean to like rain on your parade, and I don't mean to like judge or anything like that. But I believe that we all did come here, and I believe God created the universe, and God created, Earth for us, and all that. But I do believe that there's, just there's more out there that He created for us to go explore and for us to know about, but we just don't know how to, because we don't know how to use, a lot of us don't use many other parts of our brain. Some of us can, some of us don't. So it's just really cool to me, and it's really interesting to me. And I'll read you guys, now that I'm done like rambling, some things that I found on the web, and then I'll hop off of here. But that Mandela effect is freaking crazy. And I do have one more story that I actually was talking about in a previous video called Paranormal Activities Made by me. This little glowworm right here. So I'm gonna show him. It's a original Hasbro 19. Let me get the date on it correct really quick, so I don't get this wrong. Hold on, I'm looking. 1982. So it's a 1982 glowworm. It still works, if you can see that. And okay, so I painted his face. I painted his freaking face because the Mandela effect could have possibly happened to me. I don't know, but I posted his face on an 80s group that I'm in on Facebook because I bought that on eBay from somebody and it had no dots on its face whatsoever. It was just like plain like it is right now, like how you see it, no dots. I laid down and went to bed one day, woke up, and he had like freckles all over his face. Like literally, it looked like somebody took him to the toy factory, put a stencil thing with dots on it over his cheeks, and sprayed freckles on his face. That's how perfect and aligned they were. So I posted that picture of him with the freckles on an 80s group that I'm in on social media, and everyone said that theirs didn't have dots. Then there was other people that said theirs had dots on them, and that they feel that it's the Mandela effect, that they've always had dots on them, but some people are remembering them not and having them, and other people are saying, yeah, they do have them because they have the doll right in front of their face and they have the dots on them. So that was driving me nuts too. So that's another experience I had with Mandela effect. Just sorry, I'm trying to talk and like watch my son at the same time. He's right in front of me, but he's kind of getting into things. So yeah, okay, I'm gonna start reading to you guys the different hold on a second, one moment. I'm gonna start reading to you guys the different things about deja vu and the Mandela effect. One moment. So I'm gonna scroll up. Okay, the Mandela effect is an unusual phenomenon where a large group of people remember something differently than how it occurred. Conspiracy theorists believe that this is proof of an alternate universe, while many doctors use it as an illustration of how imperfect memory can be sometimes. Okay, let me scroll down to another one. Hold on. A parallel universe, also known as a parallel dimension, alternative universe, or alternate reality, is a hypothetical self-contained plane of existence, coexistence with one's own. The sum of a potential parallel universes that constitute reality is often called a multi-universe. What is an alternative universe? It's also called, it's a separate universe or world that coexists with our known universe but is very different from it. Okay. What does it mean to live in an alternate universe? A hypothetical world situated in a different dimension of space and time than the real world, consisting of the universe known and experienced by human beings. What is deja vu? Deja vu is a feeling of having already experienced a present situation. Okay. Deja vu is a French loanword expressing when you have done something and you experience the same feelings or the feeling that one has lived through the present situation before, which is what I was just telling you guys about. The common factor of deja vu is the temporal lobe forming the connection between deja vu and memory. What does this have to do with people who are tired and stressed? Both of these can cloud short and long-term memory. If your memory is impacted, this happens in the temporal lobe, which might lead to the feeling of deja vu. So doctors are blaming like stress and tiredness from deja vu. Okay. Deja vu. If you first view of something like the view from a hillside that didn't involve your complete attention, You might believe you're seeing it for the first time, but your brain recalls the previous perception even if you didn't have a total awareness of what you are observing. So you experience deja vu. Okay. This is another thing for deja vu. Your brain falsely perceives what's happening in the present as a memory or something that has already happened. This type of brain dysfunction, so this is what doctors say, it's a brain dysfunction and generally isn't cause for concern unless it happens regularly. Some experts believe another type of brain malfunction may cause deja vu. When your brain observes information, it generally follows a specific path from short-term memory shortage to long-term memory storage. The theory suggests that sometimes short-term memories can take a shortcut to long-term memory storage. Okay. So deja vu commonly happens before a focal seizure. You may also experience other symptoms such as twitching, loss of muscle control, sensory disruptions, or hallucination, including tasting, smelling, hearing, or seeing things that aren't there, repetitive involuntary movements like blinking or grunting, a rush of emotion you can't explain. If you've experienced any of these, or regularly experience deja vu more than once a month, they say it's a good idea to see a healthcare provider to rule out any underlying conditions. Deja vu can be a symptom of dementia. Some people living with dementia may create false recollections in response to repeated experiences of deja vu. It says deja vu can be a symptom of dementia. So don't freak out and think that you have dementia if you have deja vu. But, okay. And the last but not least that I found on the web is dementia is serious. So it's best to talk to a healthcare provider about any symptoms that yourself or a loved one might have right away. So that's actually my first time reading that deja vu is dangerous, but they said it can be. So again, don't rush off to the doctors if you have it once or twice or something, because they just said it can be. It doesn't necessarily mean that it is. And again, I'm not a doctor, so I don't know everything 100% what I'm talking about. I'm just reading to you guys things I found on the web, and I'm also telling you guys stuff that I've thought about, and I'm telling you guys about things that we watched in a movie last night and stuff like that. But I've experienced like really weird things that I thought I saw, and then I looked the next day and it wasn't there. So like a picture that I saw, like a painting that I saw, or like a letter that somebody wrote to me, and I thought that they put something in there and then I turned around and reread it and it wasn't there. So I mean, tell me what you guys think about the Mandela effect and any information that I might have left out, because to me this stuff is pretty fucking interesting, and I think it's really cool and stuff. I know that some Christians may not believe to, look into that stuff and just ignore it and shut it out. But I am a big believer in, um, never stop learning and always ask questions, and that you, even though you may believe in something specific, like how I do believe in Jesus Christ, it doesn't mean that you can't explore and learn new things. So with that being said, if you guys know anything that I didn't mention, or want to talk about something that has to do with deja vu or the Mandela effect, drop it below. I would love to hear your experience and what you saw and what happened, and stuff like that. And sorry for the shaky, crazy video today. My son is running all around my room, and I'm having to chase him, and he's kind of getting on my nerves right now. So I will let you guys go, and I will be on with another life topic tomorrow.